Well, I had planned on it. I just didn't tell you guys. I don't tell you guys everything. After the last game, I just said I'm going back to 10. And then the question became, would it be Derek or Dominic? Dominic had played better in practice and deserved the opportunity, and he did well today. I mean, he belonged in the game. His energy was great. He drives over the middle, missed a couple jumpers, but he's shooting the ball well in practice. He just hadn't been in the games enough. I thought our defensive intensity, because of the platoons, was back to where it was. No one got hurt today. Everybody helped themselves as a player, and they helped our team. The only thing that gets in the way is the ego. You should be playing more, and why aren't you shooting more, and this is crazy. It's all ego. Everybody helped themselves. Their efficiencies today were off the charts.
Cal, in terms of making the decision to start that 10th guy, was that to balance out that second group, get Lyles offensively?
Yeah, because if I would have started Derek, it would have been Derek with that second group. I just didn't want to have two smaller guys on the same team. And it did another thing. It let Dom play the ball. So no, you always have pressure on the point guard, Dominic or Tyler. I don't know if I'll do it next game. I may not.
Don, I was just going to ask you that about Dom's defense on Schamberger, how important that was, setting a tone early.
Well, the one thing we said is we wanted to take away their threes. That was the whole game plan. They did it through screeners. They did it through ball screens. Last game they made 10 threes. They've been shooting 23 to 24 threes a game the last 5 games. And let me say this. They got what UCLA and Kansas got. That's what they got, that effort. But understand, they had Illinois beat. They lost by 2. They had Oklahoma State. They lost in overtime. They had them beat. These are their last 5 games. They beat LSU, and they had Auburn down 10. And they ended up losing by a couple. So you can say what you want. They played a buzzsaw today. I think what Kim has done with his team to get these guys to play the way they have to play to win, think about it, they beat LSU and had Auburn. They should have come in here 2-0. They had Auburn down 12.
About that effort in the buzzsaw, was there oratory on your part to produce that, or was it a pride thing among the guys?
Well, what I said before the game is if they give a great effort, I'm going to give them off tomorrow. It's kind of like what we did for Christmas. You're going to have 3-4 days off. And they went nuts. So I said, we're going to have no. I took that back, and I said, we are practicing tomorrow. But I did say that prior to the game.
John, Carl had a double-double, but it didn't seem like you were totally thrilled the whole game with him. Could you talk about his play a little bit?
Well, what he did, I thought he fought like crazy. And I thought it was the best game he's played in weeks. Best game he's played in weeks. And the reason is he sustained effort. Now, he still broke down, and I let him know every time he did. And his breakdowns were standing straight up and down, not being in the stance, not being alert to move, getting caught in a mud wrestling match with the big because you won't bend your legs, and then the ball comes to you, and you can't even rebound it because you're in a mud wrestle. It hits you. You can't get it. Things like that I've gotten on him about, but he's getting better. He's a great kid. I took him out. If Marcus Lee one-hand rebounds, he's coming out that moment. If Carl steps back to shoot a 3, he's coming out. So he stepped back to shoot a 3. You're out. I mean, I told him, and that's what he did.
Tom, would you talk about the greater production from the paint? Was there more going inside out tonight?
We showed tape of Texas A&M where we didn't throw it to the post, and I basically said, if you don't throw it to the guy when he's open, you're coming out. So it's pretty simple. If he's open, throw it to him. Well, I thought, you're out. You're not playing. I'm playing somebody else. You know, I hate to do it that way, but that's what we did. The other thing I did today is we did more of a random zone offense. In other words, play off of each other. If we have the best players in the country, we don't have to run a whole lot of plays. We'll run some plays, but you got to be able to play off of each other. Now, what that does is you can't use the offense as an excuse now. Why aren't you competing? Why aren't you driving? Why aren't you ready to play? You can't say it's, well, I thought we were running. No, it's random. You got to get in gaps. You got to drive the ball. You got to post the ball. You got to figure out if a guy drives, where do I move to get open? Who's flashing to the middle? So I'm just trying to do some stuff to keep these guys going. And I told them after the game, I don't want them to be in March looking like it's March. We still offensively broke down a bunch today. And even there were some defensive breakdowns. But I said it's January 15th. That's what you should look like a January team.
Counted.
Play hard and defend. You can do those things and still look like a January team.
Did we all maybe underestimate the significance of Poythress going out and how long it might take you guys to figure out how to play
In a
with
physical
that?
game, it is devastating. He's not here. In a physical game. And we've had some physical games. But we still have things we got to take care of. And but it was nice. We needed to have a win where we could, get our swag back a little bit. But it was all based on an effort and an intensity, and we never let up. We never let up through the clock and through the game.
John, can you talk a little bit about Willie's playing? Is that more, when you look at that line, what you want?
Willie was really, really good today, and I will tell you that I still think offensively he can do more. He needs to have a wider base. He needs to create contact instead of try to move from contact. When he makes free throws, and he's been working on it, even at the shoot-around today, he stayed after and shot another 25 free throws. Guys, they know what they have to do. But today, again, every player performed. No one played. Willie played 23 minutes only because Marcus Lee was one-handed rebound. Anytime he one-handed rebounded, I took him out.
So when Willie says he hits 80 out of 100 free throws every day, is that a...
He's making them. He is, but you got to do that stuff in the game too.
Did you like the shots that Aaron was taking tonight after his 2 of 13 performance from three the other night?
He was 4 for 20. 4 for 20. But 2 for 13 doesn't sound good. 4 for 20 sounds worse. But no, he was good. He listens. Look, the greatest thing is we've got great kids. They don't play great every night out, but they want to do well. They want to listen. They want to be coached. They celebrated each other today. You have to admit, people talked about our defense and our bench. Well, what happened to our bench the last few games? Our bench went away. So the platoon got us back to being into each other and celebrating each other. Now we've got to build on this. We've got a tough game. We've got to go to Alabama. I bet you they haven't lost there yet. They're playing well. Had Wichita State down 10 with 2.5 minutes to go. I mean, they're a top 20 RPI team. So it's going to be a hard one for us.
Couple more.
You said you felt like you guys got your swag back tonight. Is that something that you had practiced before the game tonight, or is that something that you just saw in this game?
No, we went in with an idea for each platoon. If you gave up more than 6 points, you were out. So you weren't going to get your full minutes. And if you really played and you had that, you could sustain it, we'd give you more minutes than the 4 minutes. But it was a 6-point first half. They didn't get 6 in any of the set. Well, they got 6 in one segment. They didn't get more than 6. So we're trying to challenge them with different things to keep them motivated to play. And it's really play defense. That's what we're a defensive team. That's what we are.
Last question.
What was the key to slowing down Jonathan Williams, and how important was it to do that?
Well, he is really, he's gotten so much better. Today, the length bothered him. And we just made him get to his right hand. We were trying really hard not to let him get to that left hand. And I think the length of our team, you think, oh, well, we're all right. And then you get out there, and the guards are 6'6" and 6'7", and Trey Lyles is 6'10", and 2 7-footers, and we're long. And all of a sudden, your drives are not like I got a layup. You're thinking, man, I may get this blocked.
Thanks.